Chairwoman Fox, and we also thank the witnesses for your presence and testimony here today. 50 years ago, seemed throughout much of America there were robust opportunities connected to manufacturing jobs and factory jobs in much of the country that would allow an American to have a pathway toward the middle class without having to obtain a college education. Those days have subsequently abandoned us, it seems, as many of those factory and manufacturing jobs have moved overseas and unavailable to Americans. And so we're in a situation now where increasingly many of the jobs in our economy are going to require some higher education. I think in about 5 years, I've seen statistics suggesting that more than 65% of the jobs will actually require a college degree. And so given this changing sort of landscape that we find ourselves in, maybe we'll start with Dr. Perner. I mean, what do you suggest that we do from a federal government perspective in investing in the notion that we're going to have to better prepare a wider number of Americans for successfully completing a higher education in order for us as a country, I think, to remain prepared for our folks to adequately succeed in the 21st century economy?
Thank you, Congressman. I think you're asking exactly the right question. I think that this is one of the most important issues facing our country right now. The data suggests that we cannot achieve the levels of workforce readiness that are required without closing the gaps that exist in educational opportunity. Unfortunately, there's not a simple answer to do this, right? So we have a comprehensive educational system, and the ways in which differences in opportunity for high levels of education are structured into our system begin early. So we have profound differences in academic readiness that happen in the K through 12 schools. So this is an important structural issue that has to be addressed. We also have rising costs of college attendance. The financial barriers are another section that has to be addressed. And we have to improve students' ability to navigate the complex pathways that we have. So, I really see those three different buckets. The federal government plays a role, but other stakeholders play a role as well. So I think that one role of the federal government is to provide a catalyst and provide leadership to signal the importance of these issues and try to, I think part of what we need to accomplish as a nation is identify the roles and responsibilities of different players in this complex process, because there is no one simple, easy thing to do. The federal government certainly plays an important role historically and needs to continue with regard to financial aid and ensuring that college is affordable to all students. The role with regard to college access programs is important. So in the absence of the types of systemic and structural change in the K through 12 academic system, we need to have these additional support programs in place to help students navigate our system. And the same is true at the college level. Students need assistance.
Let me, on Dr. Alexander, in terms of the shift from a manufacturing factory-based economy of 50 years ago to increasingly an economy anchored in the technology and innovation sectors. What we've got right now, I believe, the vacancy rate is somewhere between 20 to 25% within the technology and innovation economy across the country. Extraordinarily high vacancy rate. Companies consistently tell us as members of Congress, we can't find highly qualified workers to fill these reasonably well-paying jobs, even at the entry level, sometimes as high as 70, 80,000. What do we need to do in order to tackle the preparation gap for younger Americans? Because it seems like in these sophisticated fields, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, computer programming, it can't just start at the higher education level. What needs to be done to create a reasonable opportunity for success so that when they get to an institution like UCLA, they're prepared to tackle these STEM fields?
In the 10 minutes, 10 seconds that I have, actually 7, I agree with Dr. Perna that early preparation is key. Early preparation, K-12, is critical in terms of preparation for these careers that you're mentioning.
Thank you. I yield back.
Thank you, Mr. Jeffries. You seem to